Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very welcome. I trust you enjoyed my last video on Motorways, Australian alternate rock band. And there we looked at the complexity of being human, and that is what we want, what we need, what we'd like to do, our goals, our visions, our dreams, and trying to capture all of those in one lifetime. So I trust you found that one encouraging. Well, we're coming up to Christmas. I'm going to be putting this video up the Sunday before Christmas Day, and so I thought over the next two videos we'd look at a couple of Christmas songs as we did last year. This particular carol, well, the words were written, I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, 1863, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Now, Henry was in the United States, and what was happening around that time was the American Civil War. Now, the American Civil War was not very good at all. It was pretty nasty, and putting all the movies aside and all the sentiments aside, we had a country at war with itself. Often what happens, actually, interestingly, when countries become independent, there's a clutch for power, and this is where the challenge can be. And so with the American Civil War in here, we also was around just before he wrote the poem in 1863. His second wife was actually burned in a fire, and so pretty traumatic, absolutely. And it was around that time too that his son enlisted into the Civil War, and he got injured so badly that Henry kind of thought, well, life's just really not really good at all. Now at Christmas time, what are some of the words we sing? Peace on earth. Hark the herald angels sing, peace on earth, mercy mild. And we really long, I think, at any time of year, we long for peace. We think about those people that are not with us at the moment. Could be that they died during the year. It could be through, a natural death, or it could be death through traumatic circumstances. And we think, oh, where is peace right now? I'm not feeling peaceful at all. Or we might be thinking, looking at the world and thinking, oh gosh, it's not going so well. There are wars all over the place, and we seem to, we've certainly been bombarded lately with Ukraine, Syria, Yemen, Congo, Sudan, more recently Gaza and Israel, and the Palestinians. And we think about all of these things that are going on, and irrespective of our views about what sort of side we might be on or whatever it is, it all comes back to the fact that people are getting killed. This is not the Christmas that we want for people, is it? We want to be able to put up a Christmas tree, everything be peaceful and kind, and children to be excited for Christmas morning. Not to be wondering if their mum and dad are going to still be here, or where's my next meal going to come from. Spare a thought for the United Nations, the humanitarian arm, who actually are providing food in these areas, but sometimes they can't get through. They can't get through to provide the food to the people who desperately need it. Because the people who desperately need it can't do the food themselves, because all of their things for cooking and producing food have been blown up. This is not the Christmas that we want for people, do we? It's not. We don't want people to die needlessly. And this is certainly what was informing Henry when he wrote these words back in 1863. One of the lines, hate is strong and mocks the song, peace on earth. I mean, how can we actually sing peace on earth when hate is so strong. And when we get into words such as those ones, we think about the concept of God here and think, well, how can God allow this sort of stuff to happen? Where is God? Where is He? And if you read the Psalms, I suppose in the Bible, David, who wrote many of them, King David, he's saying the same thing. Where are you, God? Where are you? What an interesting question that one is. Now, God isn't small enough. He's big enough to actually listen to words like these ones. And his heart is sad for this world as it currently sits. But, the world also has this thing called free choice. And free choice is not, with great freedom comes great responsibility. And I think we're not choosing free choice in the right way. I mean, we all have the choice to choose what we want to choose. But with a statement often becomes things like, hey, well, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to do what I need. I'm going to do what I desire. At the detriment of somebody else. And I'm feeling that on the roads at the moment, really, that, I'm doing the speed limit. I'm actually on a 2-point good behaviour at the moment. And, when we get to 13th of February next year, that'll be done. I'll have 12 months of getting all my points back, which is really, really good. Not through speeding. This is through traffic lights changing too quickly in all 4 situations. Well, I've just got to look at the lights instead of the car in front of me, and that's kind of has solved that problem. But I'm just getting a sense on the roads even that people just need me to get out their way. Peace on earth. Where is it? In our heart of hearts, are we more concerned about what's in it for me? Or are we concerned about the betterment of humanity? You argue what's driving got to do with that? Well, you know what? We drive with other people. Do we want the traffic generally to flow better because when we're on the road, or we want to just get somewhere as quick as we can? I can almost sense drivers behind me, the frustration and the I need to get somewhere-ness of driving. I can almost feel it. As opposed to, hey, I'm one driver of many on the road. What can I do to make the people around me life easier? It's where it starts. It starts in here, our own peace. Do we want a nice organic flow to life? And I think the issue we've got in day and age is that, we all want peace, I think. We all really do want peace, but we want it on our terms. We want it on my terms. Because my version of peace is the right one and your version of peace is not. That's not peace. That's actually not peace. Because if there are more than 2 sides, and often there are, well, we all need to have our version of peace heard. Because I want to hear the bells on Christmas days. I don't want to hear bombs. I don't want to hear missiles. I don't want to hear people getting killed for no reason. And so Henry, when he wrote these words, was well and truly embroiled in this. He was actually experiencing houses around him being blown up, people around him being killed, his own wife being killed. He was experiencing this stuff, and so hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth. Peace is compelling though, isn't it? Because one of the things that this song actually does talk about, it says, hey, hang on a minute, peace on earth, I can hear the bells still ringing, peace on earth. And one of the beautiful, hopes of this song that we really, really, really need to hear this Christmas time is that through all the despair, there's a call to hope. But you just can't say to someone, have hope. Here, have some hope. He's got to hang his hat on something. And that's when the call is to all the warring parties in the world right now. Don't give the orders to kill. Give the orders to hope. I believe that's what Henry Wadsworth Longfellow would be saying to the world right now in what is a bit of a messy time. So like humanity's run out of options. A little bit. We don't know how to hear the bells ring on Christmas Day. I do remember that clip, that famous story in World War One. It was one Christmas Eve and someone started singing Silent Night. And next minute we have this kind of beautiful lull and these beautiful peaceful times, a bit of a soccer game that happens between the sides. That sort of stuff is beautiful, and I think we need to see that a little more and more and more. There is humanity in the trenches. And there's humanity in war right now, and human beings are kind of second nature to the warmongering that's happening right now. So may we hear the bells on Christmas Day. Wouldn't it be wonderful if all the wars stopped around the world? Wouldn't it be wonderful if the people said, hang on a minute, what are you actually wanting here? What am I wanting here? What can we want here? What can we want? There's no we at the moment. It's all I. I as in a country. I as in a point of view. I as in a way of life. Where's the we gone? As you can see, I'm a little bit sad about what's happening at the moment in the world, and thank you for listening to me. But my hope certainly is for the we of humanity to come back. I heard the bells on Christmas Day. I mean, I heard them one day, once a little while ago. The bells were ringing. They're not ringing so loudly right now, are they? But they're still there. 1872, these words were set to music. Then go forward to 2008. So quite a long time. Let me try and work that out. So that's 100 years, 140 years or so. 140 years later, Casting Crowns and contemporary Christian music came out with an absolutely riveting, stunning version of I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. And I think Mark Hall, who's singing here, and we've got choirs, we've got orchestras, we've got all sorts of stuff coming on. This song just really, really, really needs to be heard right now. This version is absolutely stunning. In fact, this song was so popular it got to #1 in the charts, in the contemporary Christian music charts. I've got a live version here of the Casting Crowns singing I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. Whatever your view of this time of year is, there's no denying the sentiment and the reality and the honesty of these words as the Casting Crowns delivers an absolutely stunning version of this song. So I think you cannot do Christmas without a call to the world, because the call to the world came from God who sent his son as a baby of all things in this little stable in Bethlehem, saying, hey, look, this is what I want. I'm not coming with the kings and horses and chariots and tanks and planes. I'm coming with a little baby who will go on to save the world. So may we hear the bells on Christmas Day again. So the link to the Casting Crowns are below, and I've also included my last link from Motor Race last time. It's a bit of a tie I'm believing with, allowing us to be all of who we are. Not trying to put things aside, but realising that we are just one of many in this humanity. So we got the link to the video from Motor Race last time. So what can you do in your small part of the world to hear the bells ringing for Christmas Day? You know, a smile to somebody, you know, helping somebody out, saying hello to the person at the shop you go to. You know, how much is a little 3-pack of Ferrero Rocher? You know, you buy them and then you give them to the checkout girl as you leave. What's wrong with doing that? You know what? If it can bring a smile to somebody's face, it's worth it. And you know what? You feel better as well. So I trust you've been encouraged a little bit today by I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. Next time we're going to go on to Do You Hear What I Hear? Another sort of more obscure Christmas carol, but you know what? This channel goes into all sorts of places, and why wouldn't we this time of year? So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.